Kevin Costner's attorney accuses estranged wife Christine Baumgartner of taking property without his knowledge and paying her divorce lawyer with his employee's credit card. Costner's attorneys say she paid for lawyers with his employees' credit cards. Kevin Costner's ongoing divorce from his estranged wife Christine Baumgartner has gotten even uglier after his attorney accused her of ransacking their former shared home. Through his attorney, the 68-year-old Yellowstone star accused his ex, 49, of taking his belongings without his knowledge or consent, which he claims has increased significantly after she blindsided him by filing for divorce ahead of him. The star also claimed Baumgartner had made payments to her own divorce attorney via a credit card that belongs to one of Costner's employees, according to documents obtained by TMZ. The latest bickering between the former couple comes just days after a judge determined that Costner must pay $129,000 per month in child support, which was a little over half of what Baumgartner had been requesting, but more than double what the actor and director said he should pay. In the latest documents, which were filed on Thursday, Costner's legal team wrote that Baumgartner has shown a disturbing propensity in the last several months, both before and after separation, to take Kevin's property without his knowledge or consent, especially since this case was filed. One of the more puzzling claims in the documents is that Baumgartner allegedly paid a criminal defense attorney $25,000 that came from a property fund that Costner had set up. He claimed that he was unaware of the payment, and the money should only have been used for real estate transactions regardless. More puzzling, though, is why Baumgartner would want or need a criminal defense attorney in the first place, and the filing doesn't appear to clear up that question. The documents allege another inappropriate payment, this time a sum paid to Baumgartner's divorce attorney Susan Wiesner, which Costner's team claims was charged to the credit card of an employee, which is traditionally used for Costner family house charges and paid by Kevin. They also accuse the handbag designer of getting cash advances on multiple credit cards paid by her ex, but issued to household staff members. The arrangement with the employee credit cards appears to allow Costner's employees to buy necessary supplies for the family immediately, without having to come to him or his estranged wife for funds. Although several of the claims in the filing appear to have allegedly taken place after Baumgartner filed for divorce from the Dances with Wolves star, Costner's lawyers also appeared to accuse her of having planned out or split in advance with large purchases. The filing claimed that Baumgartner had purchased a luxury car months before separating or filing for divorce, which might not be out of the ordinary for the wife of an ultra-wealthy star like Costner. But the documents claim that the couple normally leased all of their cars. However, the former couple's prenuptial agreement allegedly allows Baumgartner to keep her current car, and the new filing suggests that she may have upgraded it in order to have a better car after the divorce. The attorneys allege that the pricey purchase indicates that Baumgartner had been planning her exit long before she told Kevin in April 2023. Costner's lawyers state in the filing that he tried to address these alleged purchases by asking Baumgartner to sign a document stating that she would not loot the residence before departing, though she refused to sign it. They further claim that the Waterworld actor is fine with her taking all of her property, and he is supposedly open to her taking other things, as long as she tells him beforehand, and they agree on it. The actor's latest filing comes after a judge ruled that he is on the hook for 6-digit monthly child support payments. The Yellowstone actor has been ordered to pay his estranged wife a whopping $129,755 per month in child support payments. That means the figure is considerably more than double what Costner had originally offered his ex, though it is also only a little over half of what she had been asking for. The decision is only tentative and will be reassessed at a later hearing, according to court documents obtained by Fox News. The decision comes after Baumgartner was ordered to vacate Costner's mansion by July 31. The details of the couple's prenuptial agreement reportedly required her to move out within 30 days of either party filing for a divorce, a deadline she had missed after she was the first to file. She previously said in court filings that she would leave the estate on August 31st, following the results of a court date originally scheduled for July 12, though it is unclear if that hearing is still on the books. In the documents, Baumgartner agreed to vacate the premises at the end of August, as long as Costner complied with whatever support and fee orders that the court makes on July 12, according to TMZ. The latest decision stipulates that both Costner and his ex would split their children's healthcare costs 50-50. The former couple share 3 children, sons Caden, 16, and Hayes, 14, along with their younger daughter Grace, 13. They will also be splitting expenses down the middle for the kids' pricey private school tuition, as well as their extracurricular activities, which include sports. Baumgartner had been to avoid paying those expenses altogether, as she previously requested in filings that her ex cover them completely. The $129,755 figure isn't set in stone, and both Costner and Baumgartner will have a chance to challenge it at a future hearing, in hopes of pushing it closer to their desired support amount. However, TMZ notes that the final figure rarely changes much from the initial determination. Costner also incurred additional expenses after the judge ordered him to pay $200,000 for his estranged wife's attorney fees, along with an additional $100,000 for forensic costs. The Waterworld star's forensic accountant previously claimed that Baumgartner had spent more than $100,000 on cosmetic procedures, and that those past costs were factored into the amount, $248K, that she was requesting for child support. His payments will have be due on the 1st of every month, though he will be credited for any payments he has already made since the start of July. Baumgartner had also requested that the court order Costner to make the payments go out via an automatic transfer, presumably to ensure that they could not be late, though that request was denied. Costner is being represented by the famous divorce attorney Laura Wasser, who reportedly served as an inspiration for Laura Dern's lawyer character in Noah Baumbach's critically acclaimed film Marriage Story, which earned Dern an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Wasser has defended the validity of the prenuptial agreement in court, and it appears that the judge is inclined to agree with her, although it is not a done deal yet. A hearing to address the document's validity won't happen until November, and Baumgartner is expected to continue challenging it. The judge has opted to follow the document's provisions before considering it more fully at the later date, but the preliminary move to get Costner's ex out of the house indicates that he may agree that the rest of the document is also valid. Further court documents obtained by People are also stating that Kevin wants his estranged wife to pay for his legal fees. He's requested that Christine pay his $99,225 in legal fees, and court date for the matter is set for August 2. Part of the couple's prenup stated that if either party retain counsel to enforce or prevent a breach of the agreement, the prevailing party shall be entitled to be reimbursed by the non-prevailing party for all costs and expenses incurred thereby. TMZ previously reported that Baumgartner will also be forced to return $1.5 million paid to her by Costner if the judge determines that the prenup is valid, and she will also reportedly be forced to pay his attorney's fees for defending the document. Baumgartner previously wrote in court filings that she was hesitant to leave her home without having a plan and funding in place, if only for the sake of her children, whom she doesn't want to have to move multiple times. She claimed that Kevin wants me to rent a place without a financial plan in place. However, I have our 3 children to think about. It is contrary to their best interests to commit to rental that I may not be able to afford, particularly as that would ultimately lead to multiple relocations. My goal has been and continues to be maintaining as much stability for our children as possible, which includes having the proper resources and plan in place, so that I can establish a stable home for them, rather than making temporary and inconsistent housing arrangements, she continued. Costner was not only the primary breadwinner, but the only person making money recently, and Baumgartner says in her filing that she has no income. The Yellowstone star was on the hook to help his estranged wife relocate per their prenuptial agreement, but it was a relatively paltry sum for their lifestyle. Costner would have paid her a reported $1 million to find a new home, but with California's elevated home prices, particularly if she tried to stay near Costner, she may have had difficulty finding something similar to the luxury she and her children are accustomed to. According to Radar Online, Costner has deposited $1 million in Baumgartner's bank account to get her to move out of his mansion, and he said he had previously given her $200,000 earlier in their marriage, in line with their prenuptial agreement. However, Baumgartner hasn't touched the money, as she says doing so would rob her of her ability to contest their prenup's validity.